There's a lot of great Italian traditions here in the Mahoning Valley. Homemade wine, homemade pizza, hot peppers that are canned, and another is soppressata. We're here at a soppressata making party. Joe Delisio's original recipe. They're keeping his memory alive. So let's go in, drink some homemade red, and make some soppressata. All right, right now we have 50 pounds of the coarse ground pork butt that is in the mixer. And now we're going to add,
We add our spices.
let's add the spices. Crushed red pepper.
Let that mix for a little while.
Black
Black
pepper
pepper.
seeds.
Yeah.
Black peppercorns whole.
Yeah, whole, about 2 handfuls or half cup.
All right, now you're going to add the ground pepper.
Ground black pepper.
This is the cayenne.
This is a cayenne. Now all these ingredients, they've kind of modified them throughout the years. Basically, Joey's dad, Joe Delisio, basically kept coming up with these. You know, as over time he kept adjusting it, and his recipe is who's we're using.
300 pounds of coarse ground pork butt was mixed the day we were filming. Dawn is getting this batch ready for stuffing. These are not natural casings. These are synthetic. And why do you prefer synthetic casings?
They're easier, you don't have to clean them, and they certainly don't smell.
So what we're doing is we're catching it in the casings over here. A lot of pressure on this job over here. You got to make sure you got consistency on all your sticks. So this is a very important job that I have, guys.
So Tim, you have the most important job
I
here.
have one of the most important jobs.
Tim is the most, he's the glue that keeps this together.
I'm just kidding. Everybody got an important part.
So you use these twisties then to make them the proper size that you want.
Correct. We tie them off in the middle. These are about a foot long to 14 inches long, and then you have to measure it out by hand or by feel, and then you stop, and then you tie, and then you continue on.
Oh, I see.
All right. Let it pack it in real tight.
Feel it out as it goes.
Real tight.
I don't want to mess this
We
one
get to
up.
about,
You're
we get to
doing
about
good.
5 or
You're
6
doing good.
inches. That's perfect.
This is very sturdy. Now do I twist
Good
it?
hand. Now we get to a certain spot. Now just turn. Twist it.
Twist it.
Twist it.
Okay.
There you go.
That's good.
That's what
That's nice and firm, very compact. Now I notice you're the poker of this group.
You poke them so you can get air inside, and then so they don't explode when they're drying out, and they just form a nice shape. And that's why you poke them.
To release the air.
Yes.
Now your dad, Joe Delisio, started this whole operation how many years ago?
I'm sure it's years ago with your
Yeah,
family.
my grandpa's definitely started it, and then he followed and passed it down to everyone. So
And then when did you hook up with Joe that he let you learn the soppressata recipe?
Joe and I have been friends for probably about 20 years, but about 6 years ago, Joe brought some of his soppressata out to our golf league, and Joe was in our golf league with us, and a lot of us enjoyed it, and I wanted to learn how to make it, so this is probably our 6th year making it. So about 6 years ago, we started with Joe.
Now, how do you think they're doing carrying on your dad's tradition?
I think they're doing well. I mean, there's so many people. It's crazy how many people got involved with it. So
This is the A team. Now they're stuffing a little differently. Now you fill it all the way up before you tie it in half.
Yes, we do.
Why is that the preferred method?
Because it
We-
becomes more firmer and more uniform when we're all finished. It's more professionally done.
Okay, so this is the side I'm going to want to eat. Yes.
No, don't talk to me.
Now, George, how long have you been making this?
My first year. That's why they have me on this easiest part. They have me doing the easy. I'm the poker. Am I the poker? I'm the poker.
Okay, yeah.
Every team has to have a poker.
So the newbie, is that the duty always assigned to the newbie?
The newbie. That's exactly right.
I'm dying to try this. It's got beautiful spice in there.
It might be a little tangy.
I hope it's really tangy. I like it hot. Oh,
Very good.
excellent. It is still tender, very moist.
This is made with
It has great spice. I got a nice hunk of black pepper in there, the red pepper seed.
we use fine meats, we use the regular meat, and a certain percentage of it is, the fat content. But when it cures, most of the fat is cured out by the curry.
It is really, really delicious, really rich.
Oil.
Now, this is one that we just completed today while we were here.
Okay, and as you press it, this is the form. It's a round form, and as you press it, obviously it gets compressed, and it turns it from this round almost into an octagon flavor, or octagon shape. So as you can see, this may not have dried as much. So around the perimeter, you're seeing a darker meat, and it's redder in the center. So I mean, it could have afforded it. Somebody might have liked this consistency, that it's a little bit softer in the center. I would hang this another 10 days, and you get this center from getting to a pink color more to a dark brown color.
So it'd be more consistent, and the whole thing would be the deeper brown.
And when we talked about pressing downstairs, as you can see, this is pretty solid through the center. You don't see holes, you don't see gaps, and that's what makes the difference where you press it. It helps to get out the moisture, but it also gives your meat a much more uniform center where you don't have gaps or holes as you're slicing it. Now I like it thin, where it's almost bite-sized with, crackers and cheese. So I try to go thinner with it. But as you can see, I mean, you're seeing some of the ingredients in here. Obviously, this is black pepper. You got red crushed pepper. But this was pressed pretty nice because you're not seeing the gap in the meat. I mean, there's a small hole there, but you're not seeing a hole in the meat. So it's pressed where we want it to our consistency.
I'm the only one that can go multiple trips up and down the stairs, so I'm the one who hangs it all.
Well, you're doing an excellent job. I mean, look at all of this that is already done.
This will dry for 30 days if you don't want it real firm. So in other words, as you cut it, it's going to be softer in the center. If you like it a little bit softer, you hang it 30 days. If you want it firmer, more of almost like a beef jerky type, you'll let it hang another 10 to 12 days.
After a week of hanging, the Sopressata gets pressed for 3 weeks. So, Mike, I see you're a little late for the Sopressata party.
I am a little late. I just got home, and I'm just trying to figure things out.
Now, you missed all the hard work, the grind and the mix and the stuff and the poking.
I figured I timed it pretty good, so I come in and get there doing all the easy work, and I get to walk around and watch.
He's in his own
Sopressata.
How do you say it?
Sopressata. Brian. Oh, you got some? Okay.
Sopressata.
Sopressata.
Well, I want to thank you all for inviting us to your Sopressata party. I've been pronouncing it wrong. You guys are making Joe proud, I'm telling you. Joe Delisio's recipe lives on.